now, and I just thought it would be a good topic to talk about. I always feel like I need to defend why I'm doing something, like, because I always see videos when someone's talking about something, and I'm like, why are you even talking about it? Why are you even addressing that, you know? Like, I just saw this TikTok of someone explaining their haircut, like defending that, and you look at that from an outside perspective, obviously, you know, and even while I'm editing this later on, I always think in that moment, like, why am I even ranting about this, you know? But from another perspective, you can see clearly, probably in your room, when you're outside of a situation, it's easier to see things clearly, which will bring me to my other video that I'm gonna make after this, talking about the good things about working at Target, because there was good things, and like I said, had I been able to be myself, been comfortable, I would still be working there. I've always wanted to work there. I was going to make that exposing video, because there is some things that should be exposed about Target, but in the end, the issue was not that place, it was me. Like a lot of situations, you have to look and realize these things because you can't see in the moment, you know, you have to step back in order to think clearly sometimes, and that doesn't mean to quit your job like I did. That's another video. I can't rant about that because I'll start talking about that for the rest of this video. So at the beginning, I was just, you know, like everyone else, waiting to see the results. Let's have other people get it first, you know, which is, I'm pretty sure a lot of people felt that way, and they probably did that, and maybe there's some people that are still doing that and haven't gotten it now, you know. But that was my thinking in the beginning, and then later on, as people were getting vaccinated, I was just like, okay, which one is the best one for me? Even though we literally don't have a choice, you know, whichever one's available. Because at the time, there was that one Johnson & Johnson, that one batch that was bad. It was just that one batch, but still, and even with any of this, it could happen with the Moderna or the Pfizer, but still, I wanted to have an option to be able to choose which one I could get, you know. I kind of wanted Moderna, but I ended up getting Pfizer because that was the only one that I, you know. And when I went to get it, it was so hard. I went to, well, not that hard. I went to 2 different ones, like, oh, that's a lot. It wasn't that hard, but it was a little difficult because I went to one and they said, we don't do that here. And I tried calling first, you know, always call before you go to Target, before you drive a long way. At least try to call, because I always would get people, I drove all the way over here. Like, I didn't make you drive all the way here. If you wanted to, you could have called and double checked first. So I tried that, but then they didn't answer. I couldn't do that. So I drove there. They said they didn't do it. I drove to another one, and waited in line for a while, and there's a lot of people. And they said I needed to make an appointment. I'm like, oh my god. I wasn't mean, you know. In those situations, I know, I understand that these are just the people that the people higher up shove to the front, you know. They don't have any control, really. People that actually have control are the people higher up. Because if they had any control, they would not be down there having to deal with all these people, you know. That's the issue with those people, is that either they're not thinking clearly, also that they take it out on them, but that they really think they have any say, as if it's in their control. Like, no. And even in situations where there's people that are mean, I've had so many situations where the people that are working in retail are horrible to me. Even in those situations, I know not to do anything, you know. There's literally no point in doing that, and taking it out on them and giving them payback or anything like that. Anyway, I scheduled the appointment. I waited for like 30 minutes, and then I was there like for a couple hours because I had to wait 15 minutes after. And there's a lot of people, but I mean, first of all, I didn't have that much to do, so I mean, it was fine. But even if I did have other stuff to do, this is out of our control, you know. If there's anyone to blame, it's the people higher up that are not anywhere to be seen there, you know. They are the only people that have any power, any control over what actually goes on. If you want to make a difference, those are the people you need to talk to, which I'm sure will not even listen. Because I remember there was someone that was there waiting in line. She was like, are you the only person here? I need to talk to the manager. Like, bitch, saying it was poor scheduling and all that. You don't even know if it was poor scheduling. Is it that, or is it someone called off or something like that? There's no point in doing any of that. Like, talk to the people higher up. It's not condescending to be nice to them back. I mean, unless you really can't be nice, at least be respectful. even if they're horrible to you, because those people are not in the right headspace. People act like these people are in, like, why are they acting like that? Why are they like that? These people, they're not able to think clearly right now. They need a minute. You always say don't take everything personally. Don't take that personally. I always go on rants out of nowhere. So I got the shot. It was fine. And then, same thing. Then I scheduled the next one after that a couple weeks later. That was the only one that I could get, and I didn't really mind at that point because I was just like, well, I just need to get it, so. And what got me to that point, well, what had happened was after everyone was getting it, I was like, okay, which one do I get? And then I was like, well, let me wait to see what side effects and all these things, And then at one point I got sick with the cold, and of course that never really went away as the season changed. At some point, I was just like, well, for this situation, there's always going to be something, oh, I can't do it right now because of this, I can't do it because of that. Another reason was because I always get sick after I get the flu vaccine every year. So I was anticipating that same reaction with this one, but after I got the first one, I didn't really get sick. The second one, they always said, I think it's because of that, because I heard people say that they get sick from the second one, when I heard some other people say they didn't. But thankfully, I only got sick for like one day, and it was fine after that. But so I was thinking like, well, how am I gonna plan a day to feel sick, to feel bad? Like, might as well do it right now when I feel like I was planning to be, okay, feel sad or feel like on these days I'm already feeling bad or whatever. Like, what, do I wait till I'm happy and then get it and feel sad and sick? Like, might as well just plan it or schedule it. Might as well just get it over with. What really got me to that point was just because I knew I would eventually need to get it because of work, because of something would require me to get it. For the longest time, even now, I don't know, like, because people say, like, you need to do your research and then blame people for doing research. Like, how else are you gonna do research other than Googling it? They're making fun of people researching on Google. Like, I guess they're targeting, referring to the people that are looking in the places that they want to look at. Only selective places, because that's the thing too. Google will show you both sides, But the one thing I could not find anywhere, and I don't know, I still don't know, even though I have the vaccine. Maybe I'm just really dumb. That's probably accurate. I don't know how getting the vaccine would help the people around me, because it's supposed to help you to not have it as severe, as bad. If you get the virus and you have the vaccine, you will be fine. It would not be as bad to where you would need to be in the hospital. But how would that affect other people? Let's say, God forbid, I got it and I spread it to someone. I gave it to someone else by accident. Or just, naturally. Would it have the same impact on them because they're not vaccinated? Well, let's say they weren't vaccinated. Or let's say they were vaccinated. Would that help them to have the same impact? I'm probably sounding so dumb. If I was vaccinated, and I am vaccinated, and I gave it accidentally to someone else that was not vaccinated, would me having the vaccine help them? Because from what I've heard is the vaccine is to help you to not get it as bad. But apparently, you need to be vaccinated to not get it as bad. Because like, well, what if this person's vaccinated and then I give it to someone that's not vaccinated? I'm vaccinated, so it won't be as bad. But then they're not okay, am I even making sense? They're not vaccinated, but they got it from someone that's vaccinated, so should it help them? The main thing though is that I'm not saying to not get the vaccine. I got the vaccine. I'm not saying it's pointless, because of course, in the end, you at least will not be hospitalized, And it shouldn't be at least. You should help other people too. You should not want other people to be hospitalized. And I'm sure people don't want that, I'm just saying, I don't understand. And that's one of the main reasons why I waited so long. Had I known, had they said, if you get the vaccine, this will help other people around you. And I mean, maybe they have said that, and I haven't seen that. What ultimately made me get it was that my family came over one weekend. So I just wanted to, I was at least half vaccinated then. And I thought, well, maybe I'm just dumb and it will help other people. I'm also not trying to defend those people that aren't getting it. Like, if you don't want to get it, that is your right. But you have to understand, you cannot do the same things that other people are doing. They got this vaccine to do those other things and to help them and other people, apparently, hopefully. You can't be mad that we are trying to get out of this and we found a solution and you don't want to do this. That is your choice, that is your right, but you have to understand, by doing so, you cannot do these things. It is not to get back at you. It is not politicized. It is for the greater good. It's beyond you. I'm saying this even though I don't understand it completely, but I know it's obvious, it should be obvious, that the vaccine is meant to help slow it down, help other people, everyone, individually and everyone. I don't know if any of that made sense. I am not the best, obviously, at speaking, talking clearly, talking, whispering. That's just all the things. Explaining myself. What else? Hopefully some of that made sense. If not, hopefully you got some good ASMR out of this. And maybe there's one person that knows anything about this. Even then, how would I be able to trust you? But if you do know more about it, comment down below. We can't believe everything we read, but we can have conversations like this to where we get somewhere. In the end, do what you think is best for you, but understand the repercussions. Thank you for watching. Have a good night.